Hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Clean Intermittent Fasting. And I think this particular time of year, food, the food permission time, it really comes in handy having the clean intermittent fast over there, and then my nice big meal right here, my OMAD. I love practicing OMAD. It has saved me, really, and it has tamed the beast inside of me that is the compulsive overeater, food addict, sugar addict, carb addict. And it doesn't mean that I don't have sugar or carbs upon occasion, but what it does mean is that I have to have this discipline of the formerly undisciplined addictions and in place. And then somehow I have been able over the last couple of years to be able to incorporate carbohydrates, meaning fruits, sometimes bread, sometimes something sugar, into my food menu, and not have myself derailed like was a common occurrence before all the time. Of course, if you know addiction, if you know compulsive overeating, if you know being addicted to sugar, you know all of those things take place. I don't know how this has happened, but I've definitely become a savory eater, not a sugar sweetened eater. Even though I do enjoy a little fruit at the end of my meal now. Usually it's in the form of a berry, but I do have a couple of opal oranges, a red pear, a green pear, must have been feeling festive, and those are ripening, and I will probably have them later on this week. But I usually go for the berries, but I just saw those things. The opal is not around for a long time, so I grabbed it, and I will enjoy it. But anyway, a couple of staples in my everyday routine is my glass of warm water when I wake up while the coffee is brewing. And I always put an element into it. And Element is the electrolyte drink that I prefer, that I buy. It's expensive, but it's all taken care of in these cute little handy dandy packets. Of course, I get raw unflavored because I'm having my clean intermittent fast. I am not being sponsored by them by any means, but I just wanted to show you that I start off my day with my Element. And in the one little packet is 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 20 of potassium, and 60 of magnesium. And it's what they figure is a nice balance. No sugar, no carbs, no nothing. Raw, unflavored. I know a lot of people tout how much they love all the flavored ones. Perhaps they break their fast with it. I know Fat Foodie Jackie does that. But I have mine in the morning. Then I'm good in the warm water. Good for the day. So then I've started doing this just for giggles to see how I feel, if it makes a difference. And I know that I've been listening to the Glucose Goddess, and she is definitely one of those that you take what you want and leave the rest. She eats 3 meals a day. I don't. I just have my one big meal, and that works for me. But she has a lot of hacks that are interesting, so give her a listen to. I know that she's been on with people. She has a book out, 2 books out, as a matter of fact. But she is good to listen to. And, as I evolve, like you probably evolved, with your food, with your fast, how you do things, I find that, I take a little of everything and put it into the pot of what my day looks like with the clean intermittent fast, starting with my Element, and then just water and black coffee all day long. And then recently I started having apple cider vinegar. Now, I've been breaking my fast with that. And here it's funny because in my last video I said I don't break my fast with anything except my OMAD. Not true anymore. I've started putting a tablespoon of this into warm water. Now, the glucose goddess says it could reduce your glucose sugar impact by 25% with your meal. And, she talks about having a dessert and having this before the dessert. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I have incorporated it into my routine. This is organic, raw, unfiltered from Bragg's. But I've seen that O Organics, the Shaw's brand of organic, is like half the price. So I might be buying that too. And it also has the mother, which means that you have to kind of shake this before having it. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I've been doing it for about a week. It takes some getting used to. It's kind of like going from the loaded keto, high-fat, blonde coffee that I loved to black. Having regular water, and then incorporating this. It's like, woo! So, good thing I'm a little more savory today than sweet. But it is palatable after a while, and I've gotten used to it. I put it in the warm water, which is good for bloating and other things, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know what other health benefits I may receive from it. I know that my appetite is still hearty going into the meal, but I think the fullness happens a little bit sooner. Kind of interesting. We'll see. It's a you never know. So that's my takeaway for the day. It's been a good week. I know that this is the flood of happy holiday overindulging, and I know that one of the biggest parts about my entire consciousness with food, so for the last 30 something years, maybe even 40 years, I know that I've always preferred to eat my calories, not drink my calories. I am not don't give me a fancy schmancy drink with the whipped cream and the drizzled something something and all of those sort of things, or a water a water with things in it, kombucha, hot cocoa, any of those sort of things. I am a plain water and black coffee drinker because I still am a foodie, and I still love to eat, and I still love, that volume feeling of fullness, not blah, not couch potato for 3 hours, but that fullness. I want to feel the fullness, and it happens with me having my big salad every day. And I've been putting this on my salad, as well as Bragg's no oil vinaigrette and then extra virgin olive oil. It's just a nice combo that I like. But I have been using this too, maybe 2 tablespoons, tablespoon and a half, in my salad, along with the no oil dressing and then the extra virgin olive oil. I discovered the no oil Bragg's. I don't know how, but once I discovered it, to me it's like a concentrate of the Bragg's bottle of vinaigrette that has oil in it that's like, $7 to $8 a bottle now, no matter where you get it. So by getting just the no oil vinaigrette, it's like a concentrate that I add my own extra virgin olive oil, because that gets kind of expensive to spend that type of money. And some of you know, because you're buying the good dressings that are commercial, not the ones with the soybean oil, the vegetable oil, or the canola oil. You want to avoid those. So when you buy, or when you're in the store, and you can spend a lot of time in the dressing section, and you read the ingredients, like this is organic apple cider vinegar and water. No added sugars, no carbohydrates, 15 calories. No, 0 calories in a tablespoon, right? So But when you go in and you read the ingredients, I learned this on Dr. Oz, probably 15 years ago. You want to check out the first 5 ingredients of any item that you're buying to eat. And you want to see what those listings are. Oftentimes, sugar, fake sugar, or stevia, which some people want you to believe is okay, monk fruit sugar, things like that. And then the oils. And in commercial dressings is canola, is vegetable oil, is soybean oil, just all no-nos. Those are the seed oils. There's no oil in a vegetable. Canola is not something that's like grown. You don't see a canola farm. And soybean, dangerous anyway. I'm one of those that believes women's bodies shouldn't be like wanting it, but that's another topic for another day. And so when you read those ingredients and that's in the dressing, and then you read the bottom ingredients, which are just like little bits of chemicals of just all those words that you can't even pronounce or read, right? And then there's this whole thing about processed salt. And it could be the reason why a lot of you feel so bloated, constipated, yucky after having processed salt. To me, it's Redmond salt, it's pink Himalayan salt, it is Mediterranean salt. Those are salts that are from the earth, right? From the salt mines, from the seabeds, from the whatever. They are not regular iodized salts that are processed and put into all the processed foods so that, brings out the flavor. What those things are processed with are probably making you feel that yucky, bloated feeling the next day, along with all the other things in processed foods. It's so fascinating. And it probably doesn't take too many chemicals to process the salt, but it really alters it. It's not the same as when I put my Redmond salt, right out of Utah, right onto my food. It's, so much different and different. My body reacts to it differently. So I learn a lot as I listen to the people that I like to listen to, and I take what makes sense to me. I know that I want to feel at my optimum. I'm 73, and I've been fine-tuning everything. I got to the clean intermittent fasting with the OMAD, and it was the miracle for me. It's what made all of this work. I love how it makes me feel. I love doing my day fasted, and then between 1 and 2 in the afternoon, I sit down and I enjoy my feast. Today is one of those great big salads. It's got peppers and celery. It's got romaine, spring mix, craisins. I like craisins. I know. Yeah, the peppers, the different color peppers. Then I put on it the apple cider vinegar, the oil-free vinaigrette by Bragg's as well, and then the extra virgin olive oil. And sometimes I have croutons. I'm no saint. And sometimes I have organic sunflower kernels. Those give a nice flavor to it, a nice little zing to it too. And today I'm having 2 pieces of my keto pizza that I made the other day. And it's got peppers, ground beef, pepperoni, broccoli on it. And Google fathead pizza dough if you want to learn how to make it. There's so many different variations. You don't necessarily even need the almond flour. Mine happens to be almond flour, the shredded mozzarella provolone combo, the 6 Italian cheese shred, just a little. Then I put in fennel seeds, oregano, and basil. And I'm using Rayo's pizza sauce right now, but I've used spaghetti sauce as well. Whichever I've got in the fridge that needs to be consumed sooner is the way that I operate with that. Then a little more mozzarella provolone on top, then my toppings. And so the crust is already made, and then I put parchment paper. It's sitting on parchment paper. I add parchment paper, so then I will make it into the pizza later on in the day, put it into the toaster oven, put it at like 300s till the cheese is bubbly. You can see everything working. I also drizzle some avocado oil on the top of it. So that's what I'm having today. And, my diet is pretty simple. There's a lot of repeats. My phone is broken still, so I can't do my YouTube uploads until I get that fixed. It's a long, boring story for sure. So anyway, this has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with my clean intermittent fast. I'm going to have another cup of my fresh brewed coffee in my new Espro French press. The Mueller one is going back to Amazon. The threads on the plunger, I can't get it on. It drops off. Then it's just been like a mess. And you don't want a coffee mess that makes you have to start all over again in the morning before having your coffee. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, enjoy your week. It's been fun to be here with you. Hopefully my phone will be back in action, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Part of the boring story. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you here the next time. Bye-bye for now.